He's almost dead. One more hit. You dead. Whew. Okay, so the good news is we killed the torturer. The bad news is we have to fight a lot more of those as we move through here. Yeah. Welcome everybody to Dying Light Hellraid. I'm anoldguygaming, and we are going to take a bit of a sidestep from the main storyline in the main series in Dying Light. And no, don't worry, I'm planning on continuing that series too. But we're going to take a sidestep, and we're going to do a couple of things. We are going to run through Hellraid both solo. So we're going to attempt the dungeon solo because I haven't, really done that. I got a little ways into it solo the very first time I tried it. But I haven't completed it just by myself. Now, I have completed it on both 2-man multiplayer and 4-man multiplayer, but not solo. So we're going to go through it solo. But the other thing that's really cool, if you haven't already heard, is that they've updated Hellraid. So they've added new lighting, new content, new weapons, new monsters. There's new monsters to fight, and a storyline. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to go through this and check it out. Now, I have already tested this out. I ran through it earlier today and even recorded it, but I ran into some problems with the recording for various reasons, and I decided just to scrap it and do it all over for you guys, okay? So this ought to be fun. Really looking forward to it. And let's jump on in to Hellraid and check it out. So what basically the deal is here is this is now a story quest, but you can also run Hellraid just as a what they call, I think they call it like an arcade mode or something like that, which I guess is probably more like the original one. I'm not really sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually play it following the new storyline, the new updates that they've done. Just so you know, I am basically a shield bearer rank, so I'm 2 ranks away, from the max rank here. In fact, this last one that they added is a new rank because this used to be the end one here. So if you're not familiar with, what we're going to do here is we're going to, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get as much Hellraid coins as we can. Not this is the regular game money, but the coins here. Because then what we can do is when we go back out to the real game world, we can use those coins to actually buy the weapons that we find in here and use them out in the real world, and they're seriously OP. In fact, they're so OP, I'm thinking about maybe not even using them for the rest of the playthrough. But we are going to need them in here. I guarantee you that we're going to need them in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and look in here first. There's nothing in there. So, wow, we get to start out with just a shitty foul blade. That's going to be interesting. So, yeah. They've, I think, 2 things maybe changed a little bit in here. I'm not really sure. Something looks different in here than from before. Like, I think maybe this is different. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But anyway, all right. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and go through the dungeon. Get started with it. So that opens up this, and we drop down in there. Oh, I forgot. I was going to go ahead and read you guys the backstory. So let's do that first before we actually jump in and get started with the fight itself. Okay, so if you don't want to hear the backstory based upon these collectibles that I've gotten from already running through here, I got everything but the last one. This last one I think they've just added with this update. Then what I'll do is I'll put a time in the video that you can fast forward to and skip this if you don't want, to read it with me, either because you don't want spoilers or you just don't want to listen to me read for 5 minutes, okay? All right, so this is your chance. Go ahead and fast forward now if you don't want to know the story, if you want to figure it out for yourself. For the rest of you, let's go ahead and check this out. So we're going to start with the Count's blood-covered letter. Let's do it. Okay, to my trusted vassal, Baron Arkell. I have received terrifying news. Our northern lands are being ravaged by bandits. Several villages have been pillaged and burned to the ground. The villagers abducted or slaughtered. Survivors have given horrible accounts of these raids. We sent Lord Hector to verify the reports, but he and his party seem to have gone missing. That is why I'm coming to you, Baron Arkell, and requesting your help. Gather your men and head out as quickly as you can. My messenger will lead you to the ruined temple, which we believe to be the hideout of the raiders. Signed, Count Bejor. I think that's how you pronounce that. Okay, so that's the first letter. And if you don't quite know what's going on here, you will find these letters as you go throughout to the dungeon the very first time. Okay, next thing, Vara's request. To Sister Yeater, our seekers have returned from their journey. They have brought captives. The poor captured souls are still shaking with fear after what they had experienced. We have given them food and water. I will send them down shortly, so be ready. Perhaps there are Baal chosen among them. Our Lady Anat has blessed the seekers. She has called on us to hasten their future excursions. She is concerned that the Count may soon figure everything out and send more than just unprepared soldiers. Sister, please send more captives so we can protect the temple. Sister Vara. Okay, so these are the people who are living in the temple. Library notes. In these walls, among these books, faith in Baal still remains. Even though years have passed since the great betrayal, the heresy of our ancestors, his temple is still standing as proof of the strength and immortality of our faith. Each day, Anat teaches us how to worship Baal. She leads our research and reveals forgotten rituals to us. His sign is among them, marked with blood on the altar. The symbol of Baal protects our chambers from intruders and heretics. The stones shake in the walls and the air grows thick. Baal is awakening. The temple is coming alive. The time of great trials is nigh. Only our sacrifice can restore his glory. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Baal is actually a real, or it was a real god, like an archdemon kind of character, we'll say, in like biblical lore, and also in the region of Canaan, back in ancient times, he was worshipped there too, in case you didn't know that. So this is based upon an actual real world, demon god, however you want to look at that. Okay, F7, next paper, next page. I was part of Baron Arkel's expedition. We were supposed to drive off the groups of bandits that occupied the ruined temple. Too late did we realize we were dealing with a damned cult of forgotten deity of these lands. During the battle, I was able to escape and take shelter in one of the chambers. The others were captured. Their screams and the sounds of torture echo throughout the entire building. Their souls are lost. Unless I do something, I will share the same fate. They are banging on the door. May my family forgive me. The last report. So we must assume that this was one survival. I don't even know what happened to Baron Arkel himself. Maybe we'll figure that out later. Okay, Anat's instructions. To my sisters, a common human soul cannot comprehend the hate devouring us. Our family has been through many wrongs by heretics and infidels. Baal, whom we serve, understands us, our agony, our misery. He too feels it. Only Baal chosen, the most marked and tormented souls, I think this is supposed to say chose, the most marked and tormented souls of these lands, can feel our agony and contribute to his great cause. Our seekers are traveling to distant cities and villages, searching salons and gutters for wicked hearts and souls. Bring the prisoners here to this very chamber. This, my sisters, is where we will break them, for it is only by forging the flaming fire of their tormented souls that we can form their hate. Many will come to the chamber, but few will pass the trial. The appearance of the Chosen One. Sister Vara, let us rejoice. Baal has heard the prayers of Our Lady. The first Chosen One has emerged from the latest batch of captives. He endured all the trials his soul was subjected to, and is ready to serve our Lord. His soul holds unheard sorrow and grief towards this world, and his conscience is marked with a brutal past. Anat's letter. My dearest, our suffering is coming to its end. After months of searching, we have found the first of the Chosen Ones. We will begin his transformation tomorrow. Bless his corrupted soul. May his torment be your nourishment. I can feel your hatred and impatience. Soon we will depart from the prison of this temple. We will reclaim what was so brutally taken away from us. Yours, Anat. The Fate of the Chosen One, Part 1. Our Lady Anat has taken the Chosen One to the final resting place of the last ruler devoted to Baal, the tomb of King Jael. A passionate fanatic during his lifetime, Jael built this temple to glorify Baal through battle and blood sacrifice. After the king's death, his tomb became a great catalyst of power. Our Lady took the Chosen One's hand and placed it on the stone tomb. Calling Baal, she asked for his blessing and strength. Barely have we stepped away, and the Chosen One's legs buckled. We led the Chosen One, Part 2. We led the Chosen One into the middle of the arena. When he noticed the stocks, he became terrified. He struggled, trying to escape. I helped Our Lady hold him down and restrain him as we locked him in the stocks with Clavis's powerful magic. Our Lady took an axe and smashed the Clavis stone into pieces with a surtur blade. Take these 3 parts and place them on the pedestals around the arena. May the vision of liberation torment his soul. The Chosen One fought in panic, trying to free himself from the wooden shackles. The sounds of his struggle resounded throughout the temple for the following days and nights. Sister Vera and I took turns watching over him as his suffering revealed his true nature. Our Lady had not predicted he was transforming into a faithful servant of Baal. Mysterious Book. Creatures from Parallel Dimensions by Laureus von Mountgreen. During my interdimensional voyages, I have encountered numerous strange creatures. However, the ones that surprised me the most were the creatures of Earth. As example, let us consider the one-headed Cerberus, which humans call a man's best friend, dog, or minotaurs, without any human traits whatsoever. They call them bulls. When I learned that some eat their meat, I was horrified. But the strangest experience was my encounter with a giant panda. I prepared for weeks by studying human customs and beliefs. Finally, I stood face to face with the giant panda and waited. And waited. I kept waiting, and nothing. The giant panda offered me no wisdom, presented me no riddle of the fleeting nature of the human body. All it did was slowly chew on a bamboo shoot. Okay. Don't even know what that has to do with the price of eggs, but whatever. Lord Hector's expedition. So it has come to this. Only I am left alive, a leader with no party to lead. A knight fighting for a lost cause. Farewell, O hero's glory. Farewell, my promised fiefs. For even if by some miracle I return, what shall I tell the Count? That I failed my mission? That the temple shall forever cast its shadow upon his lands? Nay, one acts not so with Count Bajor. He brooks no excuses, and I, Lord Hector de Beaumont, could never bear such a strain on my honor. Better by far it would have been to die in battle, alongside you, my dear comrades. But wait, this voice, a voice that whispers to me words I cannot comprehend. Who speaks so to me? Be you a demon? Or does my mind sleep so soon? Or does some man wish to help? It must be so. I must have faith. I am not alone in this temple. This voice could be my last hope. Perhaps I can accomplish my task yet, but here, in this room, I hear him no longer. I must press forward. Farewell, my comrades. Forces of evil, behold, Lord Hector lives still. So Lord Hector actually is still alive. From chamber to chamber I trekked, my mace swinging ferociously, cracking the heads of countless foes, a true chorus of devastation. But as time flowed on, I heard not the voice which whispered to me prior. In despair, I lost all hope ever to hear him again. Yet anon he spoke, louder than ever. He called my name. My heart pounds. Can it be that there someone else survives in this building, someone powerful enough to use magic in this forsaken place? I still cannot comprehend what he says. His language remains a cipher. Yet it is clear I must press on. I must reach the 3rd floor. I hope he aids me, for I cannot aid myself. No rest comes to me. Each time I close my eyes, I see only them, my fallen party. Their bodies mutilated and deformed, their eyes empty. I must avenge them. Okay, so that is it, guys, for the story that gives us a little bit of a background of, kind of what's going on here in Hellraid. And some of the stuff that we talked about here, we're going to kind of experience as we go through the dungeon. So it should be pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get this party started. Here we go. So the first part of the dungeon here is pretty much the same as it was before. I mean, all the way even to, if you guys are already familiar with it, all the way down to the boss fight with the Minotaur. There are some changes. We're going to run into some new monsters and some zombies, and things are going to look a little bit different in some places. We have better lighting, for example. But it's pretty much going to be what you've already seen if you're familiar with the original Hellraid. But I want to encourage you to stay with me because once we finish the fight with the Minotaur, then the new stuff happens, and there's a lot more content than there was before. So make sure you stick around and just stay with me throughout this whole thing. It's going to take us a few episodes to get through this because this is going to be a long run. Okay. Oh, okay. So also, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you'll notice we now have a mini map that we can follow, which is going to be useful as we go through here. And let's go ahead and pick up weapons, but as usual, we'll pick up better weapons as we go along. But we want to pick up all the weapons that we can so that we can melt it down for coins.
I feel your presence.
Okay, so there you go. That's the voice that they were talking about in the notes that we read, and we're going to be hearing a lot more from that voice. And maybe even meeting who it belongs to later on. Just stay with me. Let's do this. Okay. So yeah, we are soloing this. And it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. all the way through. And the reason I say that is because the game scales up with more players, right? So the more players you have, the harder it becomes, which is a good thing. So we'll see how, how we...
Looking for treasure? Many have tried.
We'll see how we do here, as we go through it. Okay, so yeah, what we have to do first, the first part of what we have to do basically is we have to get to all three of these areas that you see with the little kind of fire pillars. Those are the three Clavis stones, and then once we get all of them, get to the bottom, then we have a huge fight, including the big boss, the Minotaur, to defeat. And that would normally be the end of the dungeon, but in this case, it's going to keep going for quite a bit longer with all the new content. All right, let's go ahead and get this done. This is a really low-end sword, so we have to kind of be careful in the very first part here until, we get better weapons. We want to watch our battle stamina too. Okay. Another thing that's new too is this whole little area out here is new. This wasn't here before. So again, we're going to see like little changes like that as we go along. It's pretty interesting. Okay, let's go over here and loot whatever's in this chest. Okay, we got a gut spiller, all just low-level crap at the moment, but we'll start seeing the good stuff as we go through the dungeon here. One other thing I want to mention to you guys is that there's no light available to me. Like, there's not a torch or anything, so unfortunately, it's going to be dark in some places, and there's not really anything I can do about that. I might see if I can add some gamma to editing later on to brighten it up a little bit for you guys, but on the other hand, the darkness is part of the experience, just the kind of the mood going through here. And this place is creepy, man. They've updated, like the ambient sounds, and it's just chilly, man. It's more scary than it was before. So, all right, let's go into the first room here. All right. Also, okay, so let's see. The gut spiller is 275, 280. Yeah, so let's use the second gut spiller. It's going to be a little bit better than what we currently have. There's now swords on the wall that you can grab. And, most of this cheap stuff we just break down for other parts. And we've got a secret room in here that I still haven't quite figured out how to get to. But I do know where a couple of secrets are that me and my friend who played the other night found. That was a little bit better cut there. So yeah, we haven't really figured out how to get into this area here. But there's obviously a chest in there, a health potion, and a lever that would probably open this gate back up later. So I don't want to spend a lot of time looking for secrets because, it's going to take quite a while just to get through here as it is. But the two secrets that I do know of for sure about, I will definitely show you guys where they are. Sometimes, the hidden thing is like a wall that you push. Sometimes there's as we'll see later. Yeah, this sword is just terrible. Get out of here. There's, like a lever in a bookcase kind of thing, so it's just hidden stuff like that. And you have to just kind of look around for it because it's not all real obvious. But the room we would need to get to is on the other side of this wall. Let's take that guy out. Oh, one other thing, just forewarning, if it isn't already obvious to you, this is a very, very gruesome, very gory, game. So if you kind of have a weak stomach or you don't like that or you don't want your kids to watch it, you probably better not have them watch this video. Just giving you a warning there. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. So, yeah, I mean, I've wondered if there was like a lever, a stone that we would have to push in. It seems like sometimes your little spidey sense thing will show those, but then sometimes it seems like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just really bizarre. If we could get in there, That actually might be what we're looking for. Okay, let's try this. We can't climb up those, huh? Can we climb up this? What? Okay, what about here? There we go. Okay, so now what we want to do is... Let's try this again. Oh, you know what? Something just occurred to me. I think this is why we want to open this door, because then we can use it maybe to climb up here. No, we didn't quite make that. Cause see, I'm thinking we go through that little thing up there, so we just have to figure out how to get up there. All right, let's look around a little bit more. We can't quite climb up that ledge there. We can climb up this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ah. We found it, you guys. Awesome. Okay, so this is actually a new secret for me, too. I knew this room was here. I just couldn't figure out how to get into it. Awesome. Okay, so let's take the healing potion here and see what's in the chest. So we already got a better sword. So we're going to put the ruffian sword in place of one of the foul blades. And let's just do a little spidey sense thing here and see if we see anything else. And then we'll use this to get out. Okay, so now I can show you where 3 secrets are. Because this one, like I said, I hadn't figured that one out until just now. So you guys got to experience that with me. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now let's go in here. We're going to have some more fighting to do, but we now have a much better blade. So these guys are called volatiles, and they're fast and furious, and we have to be careful of them. They're not too terribly dangerous, you know, by themselves, but the thing is they can gang up on you and then cause you lots of trouble. Lots of grief. Alright, these guys are just going to be normal dummy Zeeks. So let's dispatch them. Okay, time for secret number 2. Secret number 2 is right here. So, see how when I do Spidey Sense, it doesn't actually show up, but what happens is if you pull this book, it's going to open up that bookcase. And let me show you where the room is first. So if you run all the way up here, you can look through here and you can see that there's another room in here. And you can see that there's like a doorway, but it's blocked, you know, by the bookcase. While we're here, let's grab some stuff. The stamina potion is new too, so we might find ourselves needing to use that, especially when we start using the heavier weapons in the game. The shivs are also very useful. And we just want to make sure that we find everything. Now, if you guys are going through here for the first time, always be checking these tables and the countertops and the bookcases and stuff, because that's where you're going to find those notes that we read at the beginning of our little video here. Okay, so there isn't anything up that way. Let's do a squirt. Okay, we got a foul blade, but just a crap one that we're going to melt down for coin. All right, let's finish out this room here. So we'll pick up the loot from the monsters. It's generally faster, I have found, to wait until the bodies disappear and then just pick up the bags that they leave behind, because it's just faster. You can pick them up instantly as opposed to having to hold F down and wait, you know, for your guy to like go through the zombie's clothing, so to speak, or his pockets, I guess is a better way to put it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hold F on this, open up the magic lever, and voila! Secret number 2. It even tells us we found a secret. Look at us and our bad selves. All right, let's look in here, get some money, get a crap blade. All right, I think that's it for in here. Okay. All right, on to secret number 3. It's interesting that the first 3 secrets in this place are like all right near each other. Secret number 3 is right up there. So basically what we do is we climb up here, and then we climb... we have to get on top of this thing. There we go. And then jump up here. And there you go. Secret number 3. Pretty awesome, huh? 228 coin, that's not bad. Okay. Ouch. That's not what I meant to do. That kind of hurt. You do definitely take fall damage. Okay, so see this bag right here, we can pretty much just pick up right away. We don't have to ruffle through pockets. So that's why I say you're usually further ahead to wait for the bodies to disappear before you loot them. Now, one of our main goals, as it is related to the main game, Dying Light, is you want to get as much coin out of here as you can, because then you can use that coin to purchase the actual Hellraid weapons and use them out in the main game world. The one thing I'll caution you on about that, though, is they're way, way OP. OP to the point where they kind of, render the normal weapons that you're supposed to be playing with useless. So a lot of the guys that I play with don't use the Hellraid weapons in the real world. I have been, but I'm thinking about not doing it either for that same reason. Okay, let's pull this lever and continue on. Okay, we're going to have portals like this that are going to spawn bad guys, and so we're going to take them out. This one's going to have some skellies in it. The skeletons in this dungeon are no joke, man. You don't want to underestimate them, especially the armored ones. I know it looked like oh, nice. We got an epic Crusader's Remorse. I know it looked like I dispatched those guys pretty good, but they'll block, they'll duck. They have really surprisingly good AI. So just don't take them for granted, especially the armored ones. And there's a new skelly too. Okay, he just dropped an epic ruffian sword, so we're already getting the good stuff. There's a new skeleton too with a shield, and he's actually kind of a pain in the butt to kill, but I'll show you the best way to do it from my first run through here. So let's put the ruffian sword, the Crusader's Remorse. This is probably my favorite weapon in here. And I guess we'll take and put the green foul blade there for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to eventually fill up, right? So what we're going to do is go through and just break these down, and we get extra coins for it that we can then take and again spend out in the real world should we decide to do so. One of the things that I would have done if I would have known this from the start is I would have set the main game Dying Light to the hardest settings to kind of balance that out, but I'm just playing on normal because I didn't even know Hellraid existed until I started playing Dying Light. And then I kind of stumbled in here and I'm going, what the hell is this? And I was like, oh man, this is fun, kind of thing. So I've been playing it quite a bit for the last few weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and head on into here. And let's see, I don't think there's anything else in here that we are interested in at the moment. Just kind of looking around. So yeah, we came through here. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and proceed this way.
So, you are a warrior. Yet are you the warrior I await?
I don't know if I am or not. I guess we're going to find out. Okay, we got something here, but that's actually going to be on the other side of there. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we're going to pull this lever, and this little portcullis is going to come down and trap us in here, and then we're going to have a fight on our hands. Okay, wish me luck. So that one comes down, this one comes up, and we're going to start seeing some bad guys. But we now have an epic weapon, so we're going to be able to put the hurt on these guys pretty good. And one thing you can do too is you can climb up on stuff. Now the volatiles will climb up here too. They have a hard time kind of getting up here sometimes. But while they're climbing up, you can then hit them and take them out that way. Okay, let's use the longer Crusader's Remorse on these guys and just kind of carve them up here. Okay, we do need to watch out for our combat stamina here. Okay, let's get back up here real quick and just kind of recover for a minute because we're getting a rush. Crusader's Remorse is basically a longsword, but it's still considered a one-handed weapon, so it's pretty good. Look at that guy, he's just chowing down on his buddies. Kind of rude, man. Okay. Okay, we're going to take a health potion. By the end of this dungeon, we're going to have plenty of health potions, so we don't need to use them sparingly. Okay. This guy you have to watch out for. He's a little tougher, and he can knock you on your ass, so... Whoa! Didn't even see you there, man. A lot of times you can time this so you basically get these guys on your backswing. Oh, he's not dead. Okay, here, let's finish him off. Alright, so that should be our first pretty significant wave. We're still going to have onesie-twosies, but I don't think we're going to get another huge rush for a bit here. I just like the ping that this sword makes, too. It's just a really neat effect. So yeah, they've changed the lighting in here. Changed the graphics, made it look a little cooler, that sort of thing. You dead. Nice. Okay, this is a caster. You want to close in on those guys as quick as possible. And, you know, the thing about the casters, and this is a good thing, is it means you can't just stay hunkered down on a bookshelf for the whole fight, because, you know, the casters will do a number on you. See how he's blocking me? Pretty impressive AI. Pretty impressive AI. Okay. Off with your legs. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far. Pretty good so far. I'm going to wait for all of these bodies to disappear, and then we'll loot in here, because it'll just go faster. Alright, while we're waiting for that, let's go in here. This is what we were seeing earlier. So we got some more shivs. We can use those. Those are useful for, you know, just basic range attacks. Now, one of the other really cool things about the new update here is towards the end of this run, we're going to get like the new, I think it's called the Cursed Bow, and it's pretty cool looking, so we'll have that too, but not for a little while yet. Okay, let's go in here and look around a bit while we're waiting for the rest of those bodies to disappear. Okay, we've got a chest here that we can check for more shivs. Health potions all over the place. That's the next door we have to open. So basically what you do is you come into these rooms, you fight off the zombos, and then you find like these little rune switches to break the seal so you can move through into the next section. That's the general idea behind it. Okay, so I think we've cleared this first section pretty much. We're just going to need to loot. Now you can pick these up, but you want to be careful of them because you don't want to throw them with a high arc. Otherwise they'll blow up in front of you and do damage to you, which of course is not a good thing. It's not something you want to have happen. Alright, I don't think there's anything in here secret-wise. So let's go look up here. Oh yeah, we were already up here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs, and we have to hit that switch up there. And we might have a couple more bad guys that we have to fight up here too if they spawn in. Let's just take a quick gander up here and see what happens. Okay, that's the switch. Get a scepter and healing potion. Alright, I'm not seeing anything up here. Sometimes when you pull the switch, then it brings new waves, so I want to just make sure we've explored everything first before we do that. Okay, that'll just go back down the other direction, so I think we're good to go. Alright, let's go over here and do the switch. Okay, so that opens the door to the next area. And let's go back in here real quick and pick up all of this loot. Okay, we'll do a Spidey sense squirt one more time to make sure we got everything. and I think we're good to go. Okay, let's head on through. Alright, so we have a couple Zikaruskis that we have to deal with in here. You've been dealt with. Alright, got a stamina potion, a healing potion. There is another little secret area here which I haven't figured out how to get to. So maybe that's something that will be revealed later, I'm not sure. The newer part of the dungeon has actual newer parts to it, but then it kind of circles back into some of the original part too, so I haven't done it enough yet to kind of figure out exactly what's going on. But we might, we might actually be going in here later for the later part of the dungeon. I'm not really sure yet, because like I said, I just haven't had enough time yet to figure all that out. Okay, so I think we picked everything up here. So let's go through this direction. And we have another handy fight on our hands. A handy fight, yeah. Handy fight on our hands. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to get some explosive flasks and just light these boys up. And we're going to get out, let's use some shocking flasks. The explosive flasks are really powerful. I really am going to save most of them actually for the boss fight at the end, or the Minotaur boss fight. But as you can see, we put the hurt on these guys for sure. Alright, let's take him out. We're going to have a couple more guys to deal with here. Let's just take him out. And I think that's it for... Oh no, we got one guy here. Alright, let's get the chests. Then we got to go upstairs. Search these things, get more coins, because that's what we're down here to do. Well, no, we're down here to have fun, but we're also looking for coins, too. Also looking for coins. Alright, so we got some more coins here. Let's grab those. Don't see anything more on the floor there. Since we just have a couple monsters here, we'll just grab them and not worry too much about the rest of them. Sounds like there might be someone coming down the stairs there. We didn't leave anything in here, did we? Yeah, there's a thing there. And some coins here. Okay, let's go up this way. Oh. I got a 3-fer on that. Well, no, actually, a 2.5-fer. Okay, when you come up here, turn left, and you got a healing potion there. That's been there all along. We got a chest here. And then we come across here, and we got some dudes to deal with in this room and a lever that we have to pull. Stamina potion. And we got a chest here. And I can't remember for sure, but I think there might, one of the notes might actually be up here, like on this table. But since I've already looted them, it doesn't reappear for me. Okay, so let's loot this guy. And then we're going to pull this lever here. And that opens the next passageway through down below. Okay, let's go back this way. We've already been down below there. I don't think we came through here. So let's check this. Got some more acid flasks. That's good. And I think that's it for in here. Oh, look at that. We got some friends. You didn't die the first time? Why not? Okay, we got another bad guy coming, do we? See, the mini-map is really helpful. We didn't have this before, so you can kind of see what's coming if you watch it. Plus, it tells you where the gate is and stuff like that, too, so useful. Alright, let's head on back down this way. Got a couple things here we need to loot. Okay, and let's go through this way. Off with your head. Got some coins on the table. think there might... Did we already go over here? I think we already went over here. Yeah, because that chest has been looted. Okay. There is something right here, though. It's just another bag. Healing potion. Didn't we kick you once already? Okay.
You're not alone.
Oh.
She knows. Be careful.
She knows. Be careful. Okay. You know what? Let's should be looking at our bounties, too. And whilst we're in here, let's melt a few more things down. So we'll melt that down. And, we have target practice, kill 5 enemies with throwing flasks. Yeah, let's take that one because we'll actually end up doing that when we do the big fight at the Minotaur. Okay, speaking of big fights, this is our first kind of mini boss fight that we're going to have to do. So let me see. What do I have for weapons again? We got this, this, and this. Yeah, we better stick with Crusader's Remorse. We'll find more of these later on. Okay. So we got the Torturer boss, and then some ads we got to deal with. So let's give them a little shocking experience here. We have to watch out for this guy because hits like a Mack truck. Okay. So basically the tactic to use with him is whack him in the head and then dodge backwards. At least that's how I deal with him. Don't let him hit you because he hurts and he will knock you on your ass and then hit you while you're down. Whoa, how did that miss? That didn't miss. Ah, we're up against the wall. Not good. Alright, let's go down here and deal with these ads real quick. Got a power level up, nice. Oh, come on, man. That should have hit. That hit. Let's go back up this way. Pull them back up here. Ow. Let's get the ad out of the way. We're going to run down here and pop a health potion. Oh, I can't believe that keeps missing. Whoa. Okay, that didn't miss. Ah! I don't know if we can finish this fight with the Crusader because it's getting pretty damaged, so we're going to have to find something else. I like the Crusader because it has the best reach, but we got him down to about 30%. Let's run back through here. Ah! He keeps missing when it doesn't... Oh, shit! When it doesn't seem like it should be. I'm just aiming too high, I think. Ah! He hit us. You bastard. Ah! Okay. Alright, we're going to switch to this for the rest of this fight because we're just... our sword's too broken. We got a good neck shot off on him. Come at me, bro. He's almost dead. One more hit. You dead. Whew. Okay, so the good news is we killed the Torturer. The bad news is we have to fight a lot more of those as we move through here. Yeah, so, alright, let's pick up the bags from the trash. So this is a door that we can't open now, but might... I think we'll be coming back in here later when we go through the new part, but I'm not 100% positive. We'll just see how things go. You have unspent skill points. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's open her up. And we have made it to the first Clavis stone.
Taking the first Clavis stone. 2 more till the treasure is yours.
All right, guys, that is the first level of Hellraid. And so what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up the episode here. Remember, stay with me, guys. Stay with me, because even if you've seen the original Hellraid, we've got some new content that we're going to go through once we finish the big Minotaur fight at the end of this, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.